veux-tu? Non? Comment ça, miaou, waouh? Nita? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Mais non, je te donne pas à manger, plus clair. Plop, 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 plop. Tiens. Ah, tu vas-tu trouver ton élastique que j'ai mis là puis que je veux pas que tu trouves? On va l'enlever. Salut? Salut, Péco? Salut, mon mignon. Bah, montre pas tes fesses à la caméra quand même, là. Personne ne veut voir ton trou de pète. Poupou, poupou. Éminé. Poupou, poupou, poupou. Petit chat. Tiens, petit chat. Oui. Oh. Oh, bébé. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce que tu fais maintenant? Sydney says, hey there, Pico, wanna hang out? Aw. That would be adorable. Hi, guys. I hope you can hear me and see Pico, I guess. Whew. I'm sweaty. Pico. Boo. Ouch. Ouch. Hey, t'es cute. Oui, oui, oui. Mini, mini, mini. I do an image both ways. Awesome. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Nicole. Hi, guys. I can't let her have elastics because she will eat through them. The cat I had as a kid was like that too. He would eat completely the elastics and then like poop them. I once left a pair of swimming goggles on my desk in my room, and when I came back later, all that was left was the goggles, no longer any elastic to them. The cat had eaten all of it. T'es toute mignonne, Pico. Ah, j'en ai un autre. J'ai deux élastiques, lui est encore plus gros. Non, pas les pinceaux. Tu manges... Non, mange pas les pinceaux. Hey, le pinceau. Pico. Arrête. She wants to eat my brushes. I don't want her to eat my brushes. That's not cat food. Hey, Elise, hi. Tu l'as tué? Il est mort ton élastique. Blé, 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 blé. Blé, 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 blé. I can see your teeth. What? No, Mom. Mom, no, I just want to eat the elastic. Bye, Pico. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Hey, Sally. Hi, Misha. Baba managed to open a drawer last night and was chewing on a phone charger. Oh yeah. Peko has destroyed many of my earbuds. Eh? T'es la pire. She's the worst. Hi Misha. Hi Alex. Hi guys. Alright, so how is everyone today? Hi, Kevin. Oops. T'es pris? T'es pris avec moi? Tu veux te sortir? Oui, Pico. Oh. Oh, sorry for yawning. I'ma just start on the food train right away. I'm having Spanish tortilla today. What's the difference between Spanish tortilla and other tortillas? That reminds me, a local company has made blueberry tortilla chips. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually really delicious. Sally says, my kitty munches through radio antenna. Whoa. Those with rubber on them, I guess? Patricia says, I'm great. I spend the morning in the garden. It looks lovely and I feel refreshed and restored. Oh. Gardens. It's really hot today. Misha says, I'm good. I made a brush roll yesterday evening. Ooh. Like a sewn one that you had to sew together, or? Haven't eaten yet today. Been doing laundry since 10:30. Lisa's still a bit sad, but cool. Yeah. We're all sending big hugs your way. Lots of hugs. It's a furniture Tetris kind of weekend. Oh man, I just can't wait to eventually get my Alex drawer from IKEA. Because I started cleaning up like the area before I realized that I could no longer order like freely on IKEA. They have sort of a schedule now, and they have like delivery hours and non-delivery hours, I would guess. Sorry. Like limited delivery periods, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And when I tried to order it the first time, it was completely unavailable. So I have a huge... If you saw my my sort of silent vlog, you saw the huge mess on the floor. And it's still there, and it's annoying. Like I wanna Alex flat file thingy, because I want to be able to store all my palettes in it. And since the drawers are relatively shallow, it's perfect. Spanish tortilla. It's like a frittata. I can't really click on the picture. Thin wire antenna. Oh, really? Whoa. Oh, that reminds me that I have to hide all the wire ties from Peko because she will eat them. But there's an actual metal wire in there, so I'm like, please no. Don't eat that, cat. That's not food. They will try to chew through like gift ribbons too. You would think for an animal like that they would have a bit more of a awareness of things that can be problematic for them, but apparently not. Alright. At least in US, they're using third-party vendors to delivery, kind of like Uber Eats for furniture, and it's a huge hot mess express. Yeah, they have a weight limit. What do you mean they have a weight limit? How does it affect the drawers? Because pallets can get to be quite heavy. Hi, Melissa! So, yeah, I was, like, Otto suggested to me that I look on Amazon for IKEA resellers, and I was like, hey, that's a great idea. But when I looked at Canadian Amazon, resellers were selling like a thing that is $30 on IKEA. $40 on IKEA for $92 plus shipping. And I was like, wow. Yeah, not gonna happen. Oh, sorry. I found a polypropylene mat, couldn't find bamboo, and threaded heavy elastic cord through the weave with a tapestry needle and sewed the ends down on both rows with button thread. That's a great idea. Fortunately, I think she spit out all the wire bits. Oh, that's a good thing. Whew. Okay, so Alex says, I have one drawer that rubs a little on the bottom because I have so much weight in it. Every drawer can only hold so much. Okay, I'll take note of that. Maybe I will put the heavier stuff in the bottom drawer. Yeah, I was thinking about the next batch of Patreon original paintings that I have to send out this month, and if I'm right, I keep forgetting to check, but if I'm right, I finished the latest cat batch. So first batch was cat, second batch was badger, third batch was cat, and I was like, I feel like doing something a bit different. So I was like, I think I'm gonna try and draw foxes. So I took a bit of time this morning to try and familiarize myself with actual foxes, and hopefully I'll be able to translate that well into whatever style I have. Hi Akuni, hi. Oh, hairbands are a big hit too. If I don't hide my my hairbands like this, Scout will steal them from me. So yeah. Nicole, oh guys, there was a raccoon stuck in my garbage can for 2 days. Oh no! Oh no! The trash pandas was literally stuck in the trash. Aw, it's gonna be fine. They always end up in the weirdest of places. And then when your crappy third-party vendors runs over your merchandise, IKEA is so busy it's 3 weeks to get replacement. I'm sorry, what? They rolled over the stuff? How? Patricia says Peko sounds like Sydney, who is always hunting around for things to chew on. Wires, plastic bags, wire ties, absolutely anything. Elastics are an absolute no. Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny because Scout is not as interested in them. Like, I guess if I would put it in her face, she would maybe chomp on it. But Pico, she's like, she sniffs them out. If there's an elastic hidden somewhere in my area over there, she will find it. She finds elastics that are hidden in really remote places, and I'm always like, what? Dee Dee is a champion hunter of twist ties and dollar coins. Really, coins? That's funny. The drawing isn't too bad. My phone is being replaced. I can post. Oh yeah, definitely. I would be curious to see what's the kind of how did you guys? Because I think a few people in the Discord have those like drawers from IKEA. If not the same exact model, I think there's a few models, but basically it's the same idea. But I'd be curious to see how you guys have filled them up. Oh yeah, Q-tips are a danger for cats too. Yes, it's okay now. I opened the lid and tilted it over so she could run out. I called animal control, but they said they'd stop by in the morning. It was 4 p.m. Oh yeah, I mean, I think you did the right thing. The raccoon is gonna be glad to be gone. There's always... I saw a video once about how a person, whenever they would have to start their day, one of the first tasks they would have to do in the morning was to set up a plank in a dumpster at an angle so that the raccoons who were stuck in the dumpster, who went there overnight to eat from the stuff in the dumpster, they could walk out. So, I mean, like, they're not even trying to be safe. Like, they're just like, meh, someone is gonna help us. Total cost was $6.50. Oh, hey, that's great. Oh, Amisha, if you can take a picture of it, that would be really interesting to see how you crafted it in the Discord. Might inspire other people to make something similar. Hey, Annette. Hi. Lise asks, have you ever done chameleons? Just struck me that those might be a lot of fun. Oh, that's a great idea, though. They definitely pose a bit more of a challenge than like mammals. I'm not like just on the basic level, I'm not super into lizards. I think they look cool, but they look also nightmarish to draw because there's like lots of pointy bits and whatnot. Nicole says, it was so cute when I opened the lid. The raccoon looked like the little kid, big eyes, arms straight up, like, pick me up, I can't get out. Don't get into the trash can if you can't get out. Oh my gosh. Hey, hi Susan. Okay, so Alex explains, long story, but initial order included merch that fell out of truck. Merch that fell out and was run over, merch damaged, merch missing, and one muffin tin from some other people's. Oh no, but at the expense of sanity. Definitely. Oh, hold on. When I called and said what happened, I got replacements for the stuff that fell out and had only cosmetic damage. And I got to keep the damaged stuff. So my sisters and I got some free furnitures, but at the expense of sanity. And yeah, and it was a bit busted. Like, was it still fine even if it got run over? Or... Let's try. Hey Dominic, hi. Where's my coffee? Coffee! Give me my coffee! I don't know how I want to draw the paws. Because I usually don't really care when I draw cats. I just draw like, this is a leg, but like, do I do the same with foxes? Like on my sketch I had like more of a kind of a more natural pose for it, but just I should keep it like very cartoony. Yeah. I didn't have much of an issue ordering stuff during the quarantine. A few things I got, but some took a lot of time to get here, like these. I'm super happy to finally have those. Excited for the coral color, but these are like the White Knight's pastel colors. And I was like, yay, but it really took some time to get here. I missed out last week because of a random thunderstorm. Totally came out of the blue and struck with a boom. I love thunderstorms. They're problematic, but also really neat to look at. The stuff run over was shattered, but the big furniture, such as Alex's drawers, just had a few dings, bends. Whoa. Everything was still very usable, except what was run over, but it's the principle of the thing. Definitely. Definitely. I agree. You can tell that I'm definitely not as used to drawing foxes as I am to drawing cats. Cats, I mean, I could probably draw something fairly decent with my eyes closed, but foxes have arched toes, very springy feet. I know, but I'm not taking that into consideration for any of the thing that I've drawn, so Nicole says, I was sure I'd finish the sketchbook this week, but I only painted one sketchbook page all week. Oh, that happens. Dexter's cart had a dent on one shelf, but it still holds Dexter's fat ass so I can supervise from a safe perch. Wah! I don't know why, but fat cats always crack me up. Misha says Blick's customer service was outstanding. I was shorted a tube of paint last Saturday, called that day, and had the missing paint in my hand Wednesday afternoon. They could not have done better. That's, I mean, I've seen quite a few brands that are like that. But I think it can vary over time too, or depending on who you talk to. Like, I've had good experiences with Jacksons, but Otto tells me that she's had an awful time with them. Talk about problems ordering during pandemic. Sketchbooks are a nightmare now. Little did I know I was gonna finish 2. Oh, well, you finished 2 sketchbooks. Don't tell me you don't have like 20 more waiting to be drawn in. I'm pretty sure we all have like a stack of sketchbooks that are backup sketchbooks. Coffee. Of course I've asked that. Good. I feel better because I think I would have fallen off my chair if you told me you don't have a stash. Oh, sorry. I'm gross today. Speaking of sketchbooks, I don't know if you guys can see my current sketchbook. You've seen it before, like it's not a new one. It's taking forever to finish because it's one of those, you know, blank moleskin ones. It's not a sketchbook moleskin, it's just plain paper. So the sheets are quite thin. But even with that, I'm almost at the end. There's only like this left of it to fill. And I'm really excited to start a new one because that's always exciting. Let's see. I always keep the packaging in the back of it. This one was a Barbie special edition. I think Barbie's awesome, fight me. So it says 240 pages. Takes a moment to get through it. And then you have the moleskin pamphlet, and it came with a bunch of stickers. Hey, Lana! Hi! Congrats on getting to 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome. I just ordered and already killed 2 fat pads. What do you call a fat pad? Are they... I've only seen the ones from... Saunders? Buckingford? I don't remember. You don't have a sketchbook? What? Lise, what? You don't even have a backup one? If it's not a stash, tell me you have a backup sketchbook. Barbie sketchbook. I think Barbie's awesome. I do! I am doing physical therapy drawings with my non-dominant mashed up. Oh no, I bought a box of newsprint from Yeah, that's the thing. With 240 pages, it takes a bit of time. They're smaller pages, so I guess they don't end up that full. But yeah. I've rambled about Barbie before. I personally don't see any issues with Barbie. I think the issues that come with Barbie are with the people that have an issue with Barbie. Like, I don't know, people are always like, but she sets up a unrealistic model for kids and all that. But I'm like, when I was a kid playing with Barbie, I never took it as a point of comparison. No, it's just a toy. It's a very adult thing to go ahead and compare that. But that could just be me, anyway. No, that's so derpy, it doesn't even make sense. You guys don't have backup sketchbooks? Dang. Alright, then maybe that's just me and a few others that are like obsessive about this. And some people do those porno Barbies. Yeah, that's the people, that's not the toy itself. I always felt like it was doing a disservice to kids to act like they cannot differentiate between a toy and reality. Fabriano watercolor fat pad, 60 pages, 25% cotton, awesome texture, usually $24. I just bought 2 for mixed books and blew through them in about a week, cutting punching for them. Then 1762 happened. Oh no. I kind of tend to stock up on Arch's paper pads when they go on sale. Like, they're usually around $20, but occasionally I can find them for $15. And I'm like, ooh. Sometimes they have this deal, like, if you buy... if you buy above a certain amount, you get sort of 20% off, and I'm like, really? So yeah, I'm good. I have way more watercolor and thick tone paper pads than I need, though. Oh, that counts. That counts. Backup paper. Yeah, backup stuff. If it's not sketchbooks. I mean, if you don't use the sketchbooks, of course you're not gonna stash them. Dominic says, honestly, Barbie is okay, but some of their shows and games are kind of make me wonder who are they targeting. Definitely. I agree with that. Like, some of the stuff is really weird and sometimes really, like, awkward. I'm sorry for the drilling noises outside. I swear that dude is gonna end up with his screwdriver in his bum. I think I'm the queen of backup sketchbooks. I'm not too far behind. I had to store them away, and I was able to fill a bin with them. I'm okay. I'm set up for a bit. I like using the Moleskine one. I like the size of it, and I like the thinner paper because it means that in something of a similar size to all the other books I have, I can cram a lot more sketches. So that's like making the best of my space. I usually don't use sketchbooks a lot, just the one I bought and made recently, but before I hardly used. Yeah, that's the thing. I sketch a lot, like you can probably see. Like, I kind of need to set up my idea first before I can... It's like I think on paper, but it doesn't mean that my first thought is always the good one. I have a lot of paper, not just in sketchbooks, I think. When I am near finishing one, I buy a new one as a celebration. Yeah. Oh, and I have like a pile next to me of sketchbooks that are started but not finished. Because sometimes I don't have this. I hope that the noise... Is the noise being really obtrusive? Because I guess I could close the window if it is. That just escalated so quickly. That's because we've been dealing with this for a while. There's someone who definitely has no sort of regard for the fact that noisy stuff is super annoying, and they will sometimes use a circular saw at like 9 p.m. And I'm like, I don't like this. I think I know who it is, which doesn't really help in any way, but you know. Doesn't bother you? I hope so. Sketchbooks galore around here. Cuddy, Sea White of Brighton, Moleskine, and the IQ ones. Oh, definitely. I love the Moleskines. Is Otto... I don't think Otto is here. Otto, she told me that she was possibly not gonna be here, because I think she's having a hard time typing. She went a bit too far with her arms in terms of activity, and yeah. The last we heard, the gerbils were doing fine. I don't know what was the last you had heard, but Otto had to separate one gerbil from the other three because one of them was more aggressive and attacked one of the other three gerbils. And the three gerbils that are together, they've been doing great. They seem to be a lot more chill and less stressed than before. And the gerbil that's on her own is getting used to her space and started doing her gerbil stuff again, like digging and all of that. But yeah, that's the last I heard. I don't know if there's been any change since then. I hope that the neighbor who has kind of a... That might not be very kind, but to differentiate, since we don't know any of the neighbors we have, to differentiate this one, I call him the... either the rude guy or maybe he has something like Tourette or something. That would explain a lot, but he's the one who is occasionally yelling some really rude stuff. Hopefully he won't feel that need today, and I won't have to be like, ugh, yell outside, you're gonna get me demonetized, be quiet. Oh, sorry. I will send her love from you guys. Definitely. What I had heard too was that Bee Paper was bought by another company and that it would take them a bit of time to get things rolling. But that was before COVID hit. So now I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but yeah. Been using Photoshop as a sketchbook. Definitely useful to use Photoshop, but I kind of like the feel of sketching on paper, and I can be a lot more quick. For some reason, I really struggle with sketching what I want on Photoshop directly. Sometimes I will do a quick scribble in there, scan it, and use that as a base. Usually goes a lot faster. I've been trying to find a Moleskine A4 watercolor notebook in portrait format since it's supposed to be easier to work with outside. No luck. I don't think it exists. I think all the watercolor sketchbooks from Moleskine are landscape, maybe? Yeah, that was before COVID, but I emailed them because I was like, no, but I rely so much on your 6x9 cotton paper sheets for everything. Please don't tell me it's going to be. And they wrote back. They were quite nice, but yeah, what they wrote to me was that it had been bought and there would be sort of a transition phase. But aside from that, I have a Moleskine A5 portrait watercolor book. Really? Oh, interesting. I didn't know they made it in that format. It's like the dude is coming closer with his fucking drill. Pardon my French. Oh, it's not even a drill. It's one of those shitty little saw to deal with the hedges. Someone is gonna end up with their saw in their bum, I guess. Really? Sorry about that. Hey, Paulo, hi. Hey, lab accident. Hi, guys. Didn't see you come in. Pretty sure that hedge saw dude is like, but I'm helping. I'm cutting the hedges. Like, dude, I really hope that there's a special hell for whoever invented all those small appliances that make a lot of noise and that are supposed to make life easier for people who don't have anything else to do. Leaf blowers, hedge saws, what other nonsense? Like, weed eaters are annoying, weed whackers, but people don't usually use them long enough to be a real nuisance. But dude, I swear, leaf blowers and hedge saws, there's a special help for whoever invented those. And it's not gonna be a fun ride. Your fox sketch reminds me of foxes from a French MMO called Wakfu. They call their foxes Lénards. Lénards? It's like renard instead of putting L's instead of R's. Oh yeah, that's what you said. They all have lisps, so instead of the French renard, the R's become L's. I think it's only, I hope so. I hope it's not bothering. Speaking of saws, my neighbors have been using one since 5 a.m. Oh, dude. Yeah, blenders are fine. Blenders, I mean, no one uses their blenders for more than 1 minute at a time. Like, when I make smoothies, it makes a hell of a lot of noise, but it's like, and done, you know. That dude's been using his stupid hedge saw for like an hour. Ah! Ah! Michael says, my neighbor cuts his lawn every day. It drove me crazy. All this week all I wanted to do was read in the sun, but the daily lawn. You don't need to mow the lawn daily. It hasn't grown overnight. They have a special papile level in hell. I've seen leaf blowers to clear snow from walkways and thought it was brilliant. Dude, there must not be a lot of snow if they can use a leaf blower to blow it away. Sorry. Hey, Sarah. Hi. You've hit my pet peeve. I had a friend who used to say that men would motorize their dicks if they could. That's a good one. I mean, retired dudes need to find other hobbies than buying things that make noise. I mean, they're gonna end up with that in their bum. I'm not even exaggerating. Someone is gonna lose patience with them and is gonna just like walk over, grab the thing, and bunk. There you go. There was a dude, another retired old dude, another house nearby, who would like use the leaf blower a few times daily because there would be like thingies falling from the trees. I think they would either use the water hose, which is another problem, or the leaf blower. And I think at some point someone walking by kind of commented on it in a very annoyed way. And after that we didn't hear as much or see as much of that. Nah, we had a neighbor who made pesto and sauces in their Ninja blender all afternoon on Sunday. Oh, gross. Yep, 2 days ago it was chainsaws, but it was my yard. I mean, yeah, I mean, if it's a temporary thing, but like every day we have to deal with one of those losers and their noise-making machines. I mean, you have nothing else to do. Grab a freaking broom. You could spread pesto on a boot and it would be tasty. I agree, though. What kind of pesto are we talking about? I think that makes for any type of pesto. What's a 3 colors pesto? Lee says my dad is retired and has bought a low noise. Wait, sorry. My dad is retired and he has bought a low noise mower and spends his day playing ping pong and chasing Laura, the little kitty, an idiot kitten, around that lawn. That's the thing. Like, of course, your dad is cool. My dad is retired and he has hobbies too. My dad doesn't have any kind of electric thingy to take care of the outdoors. I remember he had to cut a tree not long ago, and he went out with his handsaw. Like the one you have to go crank, 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 crank. I mean, good, awesome. But I mean, all those dumbasses out there with their leaf blowers, I swear. They all have like a really teeny tiny entryway to clean up to. They could take a broom and just go at it. Hey, Cyan! Hi! My friend has an upstairs neighbors that vacuums aggressively every Sunday morning, like super early, 7 o'clock. It sounds like he's trying to kill the floor by hitting it with the vacuum. Oh my gosh. So Paulo says, I make the normal Genovese one with basil, so it's green. One with sun-dried tomatoes, so it's red, and one with artichoke hearts, so it's white, and make the Italian flag. It's really, really cute. This is might sound blasphemous, but I kind of like making pesto with. You have to eat it fresh. It doesn't keep for long, but to make fresh pesto with an avocado instead of oil. Because I find that with the oil and my aging stomach, sometimes it's not that easy to process properly. Well, I should say my aging liver, I guess. But anyway, you know what I mean. And I feel like avocado is a bit softer on it. It's not as tough to digest as something that is very oily. And I also make it with different nuts so it fits the main thing flavor profile. Pine nuts on the Genovese, almonds on the red, and cashew nuts on the white. That sounds lovely. Whoa, what? Kevin says, my neighbors let their massive, slightly aggressive dogs walk around the neighborhood freely. They attacked so many other dogs and at one point bit a child. Whoa, what? Cyan says, I did lemon balm pesto to eat with salmon and it was so tasty. It sounds amazing. If you use a good olive oil, it's not that prevalent. We only use olive oil over here to eat. What do you mean you only use it over there to eat? Lemon balm smells amazing. I guess someone could probably make a mint pesto to eat with something like lamb, I guess. Hang on, let me go tell Handsome to get cooking. Oh. Yeah, I'm not always able to blend my own pesto just because it's a bit expensive to buy all the fresh herbs you need for that, and I cannot grow them myself because I don't have any kind of garden space. If I were to make it myself, I would indeed like change the amount of oil in the recipes, because store-bought pesto tends to be really oily, and it's never olive oil, it's always like canola oil or something, and I'm like I just bought some really tasty basil olive oil yesterday from a local shop, but it was pricey. $5 for 60 ml. Oh yeah, and good thing you don't need a lot. Your cats will be asking for catnip pesto. Aww. Basil grows really well in a windowsill. Probably, but it doesn't grow well in a windowsill if you have cats. It grows well for a certain amount of time before ending up on the floor. One of the running gags I have with the cats is that I will tell them, like, this is why we can't have nice things. Sorry for the blind angle topic, but do any of you other D&D nerds happen to use Dungeon Fog? What is it? Catnip pesto. You make it with coconut oil and the cats go wild for it. Probably not very good for them though. Basil and parsley are both super easy grows, even for apartment life. And if mosquitoes are around and you rub both plants together, it's a natural repellent. Ooh, great. I love fresh parsley. Love the what? Why do you always bloop? You stupid pen. Whoa, what's all this about? Oh wait, the part is supposed to be transparent. Holy moly. Doop doop doop. Hey, Lindsay, hi. What pen is this? That's a Kohinoor Rapido Sketch. It is a technical pen, but it's the sketch ones. I think they're meant so that you don't necessarily have to use them really straight on. Like, you can use them at an angle, though. It's gonna make me lie. They're a bit difficult, just like any other. Let's put this out of the way. Like any other... Oh yeah, that's because it's out of ink too. That doesn't help, right? I gotta put some fresh ink in there. But yeah, it's a rapido sketch. I wanted a refillable pen in which I can put in which I can put waterproof ink. Like I have a bunch of fine liners, but you know, fine liners, they fray, they get dry, and then you toss them, so you're basically tossing a bunch of plastic, and I'm like, not a big fan. So I did a bit of shopping. It's a bit more expensive, but if it means less trash and that I don't really have to buy a new one unless I break this one in some way. Have you looked for tutorials on YouTube, please? Oh, so you don't have to rub the basil and the parsley together, just rub both of them. Aw, but you can't go like friends. Oh, I could try and show you guys a tip, but I don't think the camera is gonna do it justice. No, I don't want to. It's a bit bleedy too, like it tends to... It's probably not gonna show super well. But yeah, it's kind of sort of empty, and there's a bit of a leakage issue at times. Like there will be ink on the nib part. But yeah. I got a Caturday 13. What is it? It is a real brush and refillable. Yeah, that I have a brush pen. No, that's not a problem. I use the Pentel. It works perfectly fine for me, and you can get cartridges for it. So, me gusta. But I wanted a something finer for details. Hey, Tsukaboo, hi! How have you been doing? Hey, Mallory! Hi, guys! Oh, I need one. I have 6 technical pens that are hard to keep going. Wow, do you use them often, Cyan? I really like the Rapido sketch. I got it in 0.35 and it's a super fine line and it's fairly consistent, but it needs to be refilled. So I'm like, yeah. Okay, so Mary says, problem I find with refillable pens is that the refills are hard to find. Desire sells touch markers and are refillables, but they don't sell the refills. I couldn't find them online without paying high shipping. Yeah, that's the big issue too. If you're in Canada, so if you check out Curry's, well, I don't know if they still do it, because the thing is that Copic is changing their model of refills. That, but they sell Copic and they used to sell the refills. I can't say that word. The refills. Much better than I was last week. I can eat again. Oh, that's great news, Tsukaboo. Okay, so what do I do now? I didn't prepare a second. I only had time to study one outfit, so I'm up. I don't have anything else planned. Yeah, Curry's is good for cup Copic refills, but we didn't have a Curry's in Halifax. Well, you can order from Curry's though, I think. Sweat. Do more sketches. If you only do one outfit, that's a good one. Oh, thank guys. I will call up Pinterest, because that's where I kind of stuck all my references for stuff, including outfits. I wish I had known about Jackson's art when I was in school. Oh, damn, yes. Though to be fair, I was studying in disciplines that don't really require you to use a lot of art supplies. There. It's my birthday and I want to open a new car. Hey, happy birthday, Paolo! Happy birthday, Paolo! Happy birthday, Paolo! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Paolo! I will only sing for birthdays, so your ears won't suffer more often than that. I just ordered gouache from Jackson's, got some Winsor Newton. At Curry's they were almost 3 times. Yeah, that's the one place I go, like, if I want anything Winsor Newton, I check out Jackson's. Because anything Winsor Newton here is, it will sort of destroy your budget. Now in French. Bonne fête, Paolo, bonne fête, Paolo, bonne fête, bonne fête, bonne fête, Paolo. There you go. I am not a singer. I'm pretty sure you can tell. Throw Paolo a birthday cake. You do old men have voice more often, thankfully. Hey! What? But I mean, I don't know, like, I don't want to do it too often either. I asked Curry's if they would match price and they said no. Why? Well, they probably wouldn't be able to cover their costs if they match price. Like, they have to pay for importation. They have to import the thing and pay customs and all of that. I wish I had my recorder flute so I could have accompanied. That's definitely the best instrument to accompany me for anything I've seen. Now in Spanish, hold on, can I remember? Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz. I don't remember the rest of it. I don't know if it just goes the same as all the other versions, but... Or feliz cumpleaños, I don't... Dude, my Spanish is like 20 years ago. It's a big present, putting aside being self-conscious to sing for a friend. Aww. I'm doing it correctly. The thing is with the languages I've learned in the past is that they're not completely gone, but sometimes they're not completely there either. That's a nice Spanish. I loved Spanish classes. I mean, it's close enough to French that it's sort of easy to learn Spanish. So yeah, I had a great fun in those classes, but they go back through high school, so they go back a bit. It's Feliz Cumpleaños. Yeah, I got that the wrong way around, I guess. Oopsie. Aw, thank you so much, Ukini. Feliz Navidad. That's something else. That's Merry Christmas. Probably something like Happy Nativity, actually. The only French I remember from school is avec plaisir. Well, that's better than other things, actually. Feliz Navidad. It's always on the radio during holiday time. Sorry is a Canadian disease. Anyway, no sorry. I never really realized that there was a Canadian accent for stuff like a boot and sorry. But then I heard a couple of Canadians talk on like YouTube and I was like, oh wait, you really do say that? I remember Sacre Bleu and oh my gosh, the second one is so rude. Basically like shut up. But not in a nice way. Not in like, ah, shut up. You know, it's like a bit rough. Sometimes I fantasize about you winning a shopping spree at a store where I've got 3 minutes to grab everything I want. Yeah, definitely. I've thought about that scenario as well. Like, not for like, well, if it was in a grocery store, I think I would. What would I instantly like bin all of it? Well, put in my cart. I think it might be the Nutella section, even if it has dairy in it and it's a bit problematic to eat, but I mean Nutella, guys. But yeah, if it was an art supply store, I mean, that's fairly easy. You just have to go to the display of tubes. They're all compact, they're all there together, and you go like yank, 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 and you grab all of them. Siva and Junase. At Best Buy, and they grabbed all the Macs and TVs they could run with. Our teacher lured herself into teaching us a few swears in French one day before a summer holiday because we had been working well as a class. It's really funny. I'm looking at my reference Pinterest board, trying to find something that would be fun to draw on a fox. It's such a big hodgepodge of all sorts of outfits in there. Supermarket sweet. Did you know a lot of the stuff there was expired when they filmed? Really? So people would grab a bunch of expired stuff? What? No, I would rip the display itself up if I could. Oh man, at the local dessert they have all the Daniel Smith paints are behind a locked display with a window. And it's just so annoying because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just want to look at the tubes and like decide on the spot which one I want after looking at a few of those. Like, I don't get in front of the display of 200 plus colors and go like, I want this one, and this one. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what is this color? What's the pigment? But all the time I would be in front of it. There has to be someone near me in case I want to steal a tube of paint. And I'm like, ah. I don't want to steal paint, I just want to have the time to look at it and decide which colors I want to grab and which I don't need to grab. They make it so stressful. Japanese, so I don't have to put up with terrible dubs on anime. That's a very good point. We finished watching all of the Ghibli movies that were on Canadian Netflix. And that's quite an exhaustive list. And hiccups. And I really enjoyed almost all of them. The only one that I was like, I'm not quite sure. I really wonder if it's something about the translation that didn't make it through. So I'm like, if I could understand Japanese, I could listen to it in its original language. And then sort of understand if they lost a lot of nuances through trying to translate it. That is so weird. Why would we still paint? Well, I guess some people have done it before, so they had to. I mean, it at $16 a tube, but like that's something you can definitely hide in your pocket, and they would end up losing a lot of money from it. Anybody have a word about Schmincke's new granulating color? Barnett. Hey, Steve! Yeah, Lana has made videos about them, definitely. They seem to be quite nice, but I haven't tried them myself yet. They're lovely though. Yeah, the tubes are just the most valuable tiny items. Yeah, especially watercolor tubes. Those are really small. Like, I was just out of curiosity, I was looking at oil paints tubes. And I saw that the metallic colors in oil paints are often quite expensive. But the thing is that an oil paint tube is going to be much bigger, so it's not something you can easily stash in and just walk away with. But I'm still bothered because I'm like, My husband just returned from picking up dinner. Oh, have a great weekend, Annette. Thank you for being here. Oh, Susan, why are you a bit disappointed in them? That's an interesting take on these. I was looking all over Etsy trying to find hand-poured gouache because I wanted to try the good stuff without investing in all the tubes. Yeah, gouache doesn't dry well at all. It's very, very difficult to pour in pans. Like, I have tried it in a couple of palettes and I don't like the way gouache dries. So I usually use a palette and keep the tubes handy and just keep putting more paint the more I need, because it's much easier to use fresh. Like, the appeal of gouache is the opacity, in my opinion, and when you try to re-wet gouache, it often doesn't re-wet as soft as, like, it takes a bit more time, while if you have fresh gouache, it's gonna be more more easy to use, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. So Susan explains they are all blue, and I find they are just not that variated. A wider set of color ranges would have been nice. The greens, both glacier and deep sea green, are blue, with a greenish undertone. That's interesting. I think some of the mixes would be difficult to make because not all colors have a very interesting granulation going on. Like, Lee says, I actually think I'd really like, sorry for swearing, acrylic gouache. I think I'd like the medium, but the naming sucks. What the matte acrylic we wanted to call it. I mean, it's a great medium. It's a lot of fun. It's my favorite type of acrylic to use, but the name is so stupid. Yeah, M. Graham, if you are in the US or maybe in Canada, has really nice priced gouache. It's gonna depend on locale for what is available to you in terms of gouache. And also the trick, if you want to try gouache but not break the bank, is you just buy white gouache. A good titanium white gouache nice and opaque, and you use that along with your regular watercolors. Oh, I saw that comparison, Susan. I thought it was quite lovely. Also, why are we not equally as mad at acrylic inks? Well, acrylic inks is not a confusing name for them. They are inks with an acrylic binder. So it says what it is, but like acrylic gouache, I don't know why that gets so confusing for people in a way, but matte acrylic would have been a bit more. The thing is with gouache is that you have so many viscosity differences. Like there is such a thing as fluid or liquid acrylic, but it's not exactly the same viscosity as ink. Hey, fairy dust, hi. Fairy dust says, I turn on YouTube and the first thing I hear is Lise swearing. Yeah, I learned getting white gouache is easiest to start from watching Mind of Watercolor. Yeah, Steve mentioned it, and also I took the class that Nathan Fawkes has on Schoolism, and that's also the method he uses. He has his palette of acrylics, what am I saying? He has his palette of watercolors and a tube of gouache. I have to say bye. We're having a tree emergency out here on the... Oh, good luck with that, Okuni, and thank you for being here. I finished folding all the laundry. Awesome! Nicole! Good job! I only have Holbein gouache. I love Holbein gouache as well. The only other brands of gouache I have is mostly because they possibly had colors that were not necessarily in the Holbein gouache range. And I have a bunch of M. Graham titanium white. Any kind of titanium white is good. Okay, I need to keep working on this. Ooh, porridge consistency. Cyan, that doesn't sound great. But it works, little water and mixing. Oh, okay. if you say so. Good. Winsor Newton's designer gouache is supposed to be very good as well. It is gouache. I've tried it. I think it's fine. From what those I've tried, it was the one that had colors that dried the most crackly, but yeah, I mean, especially on Jackson, it's quite affordable, and I don't see, like, I think M. Graham, Holbein, and Winsor Newton are really great. I know that Schmincke has gouaches, but the range is really small, and for some reason they they don't have colors like yellow ochre in it. They had titanium gold or something, but they didn't have any kind of yellow ochre, and I was like, but why? What? So that was a bit weird and confused me a bit, but I'm trying to use gouache more because I love it. And with gouache you can use your cellulose paper, and I think it works a bit better to use gouache on cellulose paper rather than watercolor. But I mean, cotton is better regardless, but yeah. Cellulose paper is great for matte acrylics or acrylic gouaches. It's really great because it doesn't re-wet, so whether the paper absorbs the paint or not is not helpful here. It's not really relevant. Are you for real, Paulo? Paulo says, holy cow, the NHS reward for their workers working like madmen during the pandemic is a cupcake that isn't even healthy. What? What? A cupcake? I mean, this world is sinking. It is going topsy-turvy, spinning around nonsense. A cupcake. I can't. I just can't. I would be so offended. This is so bad I can't even begin to address it. Definitely. That's the mood. That's really well said. Do you ever watch the news or hear something or stumble upon whatever occurrences or things that the latest inane thing that has happened, and you go like, hold on, am I still asleep and this is one of those weird dreams that I keep having? It feels like a similar level of logic, you know? Like, where you go, like, it's completely logical to open the door and fall into the sea. That's definitely my house, you know? So you're like, hold on. They gave the NHS a cupcake. Am I still asleep, or is this for real? I have no idea. The 59 ml tube of M. Graham White is really nice. It's lovely. I love that they have those tubes. They have the black, like ivory black tube, which is, I mean, gouache and other kind of opaque mediums is where you might find a use for these colors, because it's quite interesting to work with black and white in gouache, because white and black mixed makes for a cooler gray than diluted black. So you can make some really interesting effects with that with only two colors. My brother and sister-in-law both work in health fields, and they are given extra per hour. They said together they're going to earn an extra 8-10 grand this year because of it. That's awesome. This goes well with my tea for my break. I have harvested 3 bushel of green and yellow beans, a wheelbarrow full of butternut squash, and just too many tomatoes. Potatoes are next the day after my tea. Oh, that's great! Oh man, I love, those are string beans, right? And butternut squash is so tasty. I love fresh string beans. Like, you can eat those endlessly. Nicole, I'm so sorry for you. This is so sad. My hospital didn't give pay raise because the quality of care we provide is not dependent on what a patient is ill with. I would have think that it's not necessarily because of the illness itself, but because of all the extra hours that had to be put in to deal with it. I'll see you all. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Patricia. Give hugs to Sydney for us and take some hugs for yourself as well. Best response to 2020 yet. Can we please delete 2020 and get it reinstalled? This version has a virus. Oh my gosh, this version is completely borked. I have to be right back, guys, so hold on. Blup. Hi, it's me. I'm back. Hey, bye Mallory. Probably gone, but... It was a cupcake. What kind of composition is a cupcake? It's something you give to... I mean, I worked jobs where someone would bring in croissant in the morning. Like, just because they felt like it. And, I mean, cupcakes is... A cupcake in this context is akin to an insult, in my opinion. I agree, Paulo. I would be really insulted. I would eat the cupcake, then punch them in the face. Because, I mean, it's still a cupcake. No, not the... Oh, okay, you're still here, Mallory. Sorry. I came back and I saw all the tail end of a bunch of messages, so... One-third icing, two-third cakes. That's the perfect icing cake ratio. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. My boss is just a jerk. He probably forgot my hazard pay out of spite because I was taking a week off. There's a special hell for that kind of people too. Like, if anything, the cupcakes should have been a daily occurrence. Like, hey, you have to work, you're tired. Here, have this sort of moment of sweet, like, high and possibly happiness. After supper, we'll get my Miss Judy. Oh, that's so great. We're just not able to can any longer. This age thing sucks. Aw. Well, it's really nice that you would give it to friends and family. I mean, I know no one that would be bummed out by receiving fresh food that has just been picked out of a garden. Like, and if they do, I would have serious questions about that. And canning, I mean, I'm in awe that you even did it before, because it just sounds like such a hassle. Better be edible gold in that. Yeah, there better be a nugget of gold in the middle of the cupcake. Though I mean, you sort of swallow it and then you're like, well, thank you. But generally speaking, you expect to have all the PPE you need when working with normal infectious disease, but medical staff often hasn't had that. Oh man. I wouldn't mind the cake if they also got like an extra week of... Yeah, something along with the cupcake, not just the cupcake. Oh man. And that's coming from people who love cupcakes. AKA us. I want to send you honey, but the post office said no liquid. Aww. Really? They said no liquid? What? It's gotta be a temporary thing because, I mean, well, at least the Canadian post office definitely will move liquids. I mean, it has to be properly packaged and like not easy to break or whatever, but oh man, honey. Honey is so awesome because you don't have anything to do with it particularly. You just, if the bees let you can just grab it as is, and it's edible. Like, you don't have to boil it down, you don't have to refine it in any way. You might have to filter it because sometimes there's a bit of wax in it or bits and pieces of whatever, but it's already good. I mean, honey is one of the things that impresses me the most in the world because, you know, wow. The odds that bees would evolve in a way that their food stockage is edible for us and tastes awesome, plus it has a bunch of interesting qualities as well if it's not pasteurized. I'm like, wow. Yes, Mallory. Yes, Mallory says we buy the best veggies on the side of the road in the country when it's harvested by the farmers. Sometimes they just put it out and leave a tin to put your money in. Yes, I've seen that. Over here it was for corn and possibly strawberries. Honey is great unless you're... Well, of course, everything is great unless you're allergic to it. Honey is weird, it never goes bad. Well, it has to be unpasteurized. I think pasteurized honey might not have the preservatives that pure honey has. I heard that old Egyptian honey was found and it was unspoiled. Yeah, it will crystallize, of course. Maybe not in Egypt though. No, wait, it gets cold at night. But yeah, I mean, honey is awesome. If you're allergic to bees, are you allergic to honey? I have no idea. But yeah, that's a given that everything is great unless you're allergic to it. That's the ultimate caveat of life. Typically, bee allergy is the venom from a bee sting. Yeah, you shouldn't find venom. Maybe if you're allergic to pollen, you might maybe be allergic to honey, in a way. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Put honey on a cut and it is like antibiotic cream, but sticky. I've never tried that. I keep a good old tube of polysporin, which I think is really past its date, but it still works, so. I mean, they sell that like $13 a tube, and there's no way you will eat all of it. You don't eat polysporin, you use it. There's no way anyone will use all that polysporin in 2 years. Like, you don't need to put a big blob on a cut. Honey shouldn't go bad even if it's pasteurized. Oh really? It's a property of honey's fundamental composition that makes it impossible for bacteria organisms to grow. Lindsay says, I am allergic to pollen but can eat honey. Huh. Actually, local honey is really good for seasonal allergies. You know what? I think I'm gonna implement a routine eating of local honey by the spoonful. Because, dude, seasonal allergies have been kicking my butt. Oh no, Cyan! Allergic to cats, aww. Whoa. Hold on, Mallory says, I saw an article about a tiny tin of face cream found in an ancient Roman dump. When they opened it, the cream was still in there and soft, and there were fingerprints from the person who last used it a couple thousand years ago. You could see where they swiped their fingers. That's amazing. Honey is like an antihistamine. Oh man. Yep, time to buy and consume a lot of honey. Honey is tasty. Honey is tasty. The people who are allergic to honey in the chat, are you allergic to maple syrup as well? Just out of curiosity. I don't think there's all that much in common between both of them, except for the fact that the end product is sweet, but local honey works. I had allergies that were plugging up my ears. 1 soup spoon of honey once a day for a year, rid me of them. Oh, okay. I know. I will try to do that. Okay, I will try once again to ship to you, but not... Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much, Steve. I'm so excited. Nope, it's the natural sugar balances. Okay, so it's the fact that it's sugar that is problematic. Oh man, I'm gonna dream of honey now. What? Hold on, that's pretty intense. Mallory says there are hunter-gatherers tribes in Africa, Hamza possibly, that only eats animals they hunt and food they scavenge. They climb up the tree and stick their hand in and eat it straight out of the hive, whole comes of it, while the bees are stinging them. They have immunity to the stings. Wow. Apparently scientists have been stealing their poop because these people have a completely unique gut biome compared to other people on Earth. That's a really funky mental image. Poop thieves. The pollen that causes seasonal allergy grasses trees isn't the same pollen as in the honey. Oh, bummer. Might help anyway. I mean, honey's still good, right? Gross and fascinating at the same time, definitely. Hadza tribe in Tanzania. Pretty cool. Science. Yeah, science is interesting in the sense that it doesn't really have a distinction, a line between things that are gross and things that are not gross. Everything is science. And I'm like, yeah. I don't think it's the tribe though. Oh, yeah. Oops. Hadza people or Hadzabe. Hadzabe? Yeah, I didn't really think about it before, but yeah, tribe is kind of a weird word. There was an old RPG game that was called Tribate. It was a tabletop RPG, of course. Thanks for the correction, Fairy Dust. The smell of flowers hurts my nose and burns my eyes. Ew. I'm really allergic to ragweed and grass and flower pollen in general. Ugh. Then maybe you would benefit from the honey thing if you can consume it. Well, you said you could because you do the shot of honey, ginger, and vinegar. Like honey, good. Ginger, yummy. Vinegar, oh, that's gotta wake you up real good. Did Lee say that she had to go and I missed it? I can't be outside when it's pollen season. Well, it's always pollen season unless it's winter. There's always something blooming out there. It's not fun, but breathing. Yeah. Alright, yeah. That's that's a fair point. No, sorry, I'm back. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that, like, I would have been bummed if I was wondering if you were still around, just because I would have been bummed if you had left and I didn't think of saying goodbye to you and missed it. Very good point, Mallory. Steve says, how is Otto? Not crying, just missing her. Aw. Thank you for welcoming this brother stuff. Aw, come on. Of course. Of course, we love you. We love everyone. Otto's been doing okay. You know, she's mentioned it before, but she has like periods of higher like not depression, and then it goes to periods of depression. So that's still a bit what's going on, but she's doing the best she can. I will forward the regards, if that's a thing that I can say. Enjoy the fresh produce, Steve. Grab a few string beans for us. Oh man, I love string beans. When they're fresh, they're so good and crunchy. Did I miss a troll? No, it's we I think we're not big enough to even blip on the radar of the trolls. And everyone is too nice to warrant any kind of hammer action. It doesn't really look like a fox all that much, but I think when I add the colors it's going to be a bit better. It's difficult to draw anything in a front view, like that's not the most particular silhouette. So yeah. All right, let's see if I can find the ink for this one. Remember which one goes in there. This is absolutely unhelpful. Yay! Fresh green beans seasoned with bacon and onions. Yeah, go grab something to eat, Nicole, by all means. It's part of the issue, but I'm not someone who can go a full day and not eat. What am I looking for? I'm gonna try and see if I can find an image of this on Google just to help me figure out. Oh, wow, this completely broke. Oh well, I get this. This is gonna go in the recycling bin. Rapide, not rapidi. Rapido sketch. I think it says it's the ultra draw. Ultra draw. Encre pour rapidographe. Well, it's waterproof, so that's good. Are there any ways to revive dried Rapido pens? I'm pretty sure there is. I might not know exactly how. It's worth looking on YouTube or just Google for it. I think I was able to clean an older one once, but then it didn't get much use after that, so I don't know how well it held up. What am I doing it wrong again? Am I supposed to do this already? Like, any kind of tutorial would have been helpful. I don't remember how to do this. I have to unscrew something. Hey, Dan! It's been a while. How have you been? Let's go back to Google. Oh, come on. It's not a rapidograph, it's a rapido sketch. It's not the same. Hey, crazy busy instant activity. Has work been kicking your bum? Well, this is not exactly helpful. None of you guys are actually helpful. I mean, not you guys in the chat, I mean in my Google search. Okay, so I have to be able to remove that gray part in some way. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I was having a hard time and it was so easy. I need to take Ruka for a walk and feed him, but I just can't leave because Ben. Yeah, you're a big pen aficionado. I still have a bunch of Lumpy neon green cartridges to send you if you still want them. Please don't blob all over. Okay, good. Let's put this part back on. This part back on. All right. Always do this kind of stuff over a surface that you can throw away, whether it's a piece of paper or a paper towel. It's always a bit tricky to get ink back in there. It should come back though. No, we're gonna prove you wrong. Oh, are we getting there? Oh, yeah. And, okay, yeah, I did manage to put some ink on me. So, I guess this is a legit refill. It doesn't like to be uncapped for long, so yeah. And one thing I'm gonna do, if I can find, oh yeah, cup of noodles. I have some vintage technical pens. They take a while to clean. Waterproof ink is really stubborn. It really is. I agree. Just used to ignoring my stomach. Oh, okay. I've been intermittent fasting, so I don't eat breakfast till afternoon-ish. I've gotten into the habit of not eating now. Oh, okay. Okay. Thing is yeah, I know what intermittent fasting is, and I don't think I would be able to manage it. Because I would get hungry, and then I would only be able to think about food. Which is not very productive, mind you. Not work, but paint making. I'm at the start of moving home, so trying to get super. Oh, ooh! I love the TWSBI Echo so good. The TWSBI Echo is a really nice pen. Yes, but currently finished post office. Okay, cool. I will keep them on the side for you, if you still want them. I still have the malachite tube that. Yeah, this is not the best paper to test how waterproof it is. I want to test it again just to be on the safer side. Better be careful then, sorry. Sorry. I need to eat something soon, but I have a cat snoozing on my foot. Aww. Give hugs to Ruka for us. Great big floof. Oh, that. Sadly, I changed work and have no longer access to lab equipment. Oh, should I just toss it then? I will put it in the bin if it's no longer interesting or relevant. Every time I have ink on my fingers, I'm... Sorry! That fell down something fierce. Hello, palette. But yeah, every time I have ink or dirty fingers of any kind, I'm brought back in time to when I moved to Montreal and we repainted the first apartment I was in, and I had white paint all over my fingers, and we went to take the subway, and the lady in the subway ticket vending station thingy, like I put my hand to grab something like my ticket or whatnot, and she recoiled from my hands, and I was like, what the fuck? And she went like, do you have a disease? I was like, no, it's paint. Like, I have white specks of paint on my hand. What else could it be? Ugh. Yeah. I was having a train of thought, but I lost it. I just spent some time reviving my silver filet pen. I really like it. It's fun, but I haven't used it in way too long. It is really fun. Alright, have a fun walk, Ruka and Cyan. Did I get the wrong ink, or am I just not patient enough? If I put the wrong ink in there, I'm gonna be so disappointed with life. A disease, obviously. I think I could live off fresh everything bagels. Oh, fresh bagels are amazing. You should have said you have some mild leprosy. Maybe she would have given me a free pass. No. Lana says, I attempted to paint parallel to the stream, but the masking fluid ran out and now half the sketchbook is covered and the desk too, and it's spilled everywhere. Everywhere. Well, wait until it's dry, then it's gonna be easy to remove. But what a nightmare. Art Supplies Addict Anonymous. That would be Art Supplies Accidents Addicts Anonymous. Oh. Like you fill a bunch of pans and then you drop them on the floor. I try not to touch it so it will dry, but the puddles are thick, so it will take a long time. Yeah. Whenever you cover a large area of any painting with masking fluid, you have to wait until the paper no longer buckles under the masking fluid. So sometimes that means leaving it to dry overnight. I don't want to talk about it. If I can't stop staring at the donut emoji on your title. Past my eyes just... Yeah, but that's because it's donuts and your brain knows. I might have to go to Timmy's. Yep, that's the mood. Or stick your finger in a fresh pan you just poured. Oh, that happens way too often. And it's always a color like phthalo blue. It's never a color like yellow ochre that's gonna wash off like really easily. Or how about how many emergency baths cats get after insisting on walking across wet paint? I haven't had that all that much because unless it's a live stream and they are supervised, the cats don't really come on this table. It's not interesting to them. It's not near a window. It's not on the way to a window. It's just boring old table. But yeah, I can see that. Tikabu says, I remember one time I'd just gotten my colored pencils organized. Then my hands jumped and sent them flying everywhere with a loud clang. Oh, And you know that like a bunch of the lids in there are gonna be broken, and it's just like, can I just leave them there? Do I have to pick them up? Okay, so I put this in front of the fan for a bit. Oh, please be... Why aren't you more waterproof than that, though? Guys, I'm kind of worried. I have other scraps of papers in here. I'm gonna be pretty mad if I filled my pen with the ink that's not waterproof. But it's supposed to be waterproof. It says on the box, it says Ultra Draw Waterproof. I guess I might have to let it dry longer. Maybe I'm just a bit impatient. Hey Canadians, or everyone, does your milk have a little plastic ring seal that pulls off? Well, soy milk has it. Why? Oh, is it a good cat toy? Okay, let's go big or go home. Yeah. New paint color, Hello Kitty. Ah, you know I would buy that. There. I'm nervous because this one doesn't have any special label on it, but maybe they're the same thing too. That's also possible. Oh crap, this one is dusty now. Well. Oui, allô? Oui, je passe bien. Bye bye. Well, this one is a lot more crummy than the other one, so means that I've used it less recently. Oh, it really put black dust all over. Yuck! Digger! My husband just brought home a vanilla coconut cake from the farm stand. Good thing we're playing tennis later. Sounds amazing though. Vanilla coconut. Oh, dude. Wow, that ink pot was crummy. Okay, so I guess this is definitely not the ink that goes with the... Yeah, it's Ruttering... It's Ruttering ink. That's really hard to say. Easier to say in French. Ruttering. I don't mean a pull seal, it's different. Baba loves them. Aww. If you're gonna drop a brush, it's loaded with phthalo, of course. Or a good quinacridone, nice and intense, you know. '90s flashback? What do you mean, 90s flashback? I'm getting hungry too. Darn it. I have a bunch of fruits that I need to eat because I keep forgetting to eat them. So they're like, that we're ripe. We are ripe. You have to eat us. Or we'll go bad and you're gonna feel bad. Oh, the phone ringing. Why? Does it ring like an old phone thingy? I miss rotary phones. Sounded like phones before cells. Aw, I miss those. I forgot home phones exist for a minute there. Yeah, we're probably gonna get rid of it at some point, but it's still kind of useful, you know. Welp, the sill's under the couch, so gotta wait till I buy a new gallon. Oh, I miss when the phone was on the wall and there was only one of them. Yes, with the extra long, like coil to be able to walk around the kitchen or whatever with it. I had to go and cook for my doggies. Aw, they're so lucky. I love smartphones, but the culture around corded phones, like I still know my best friend's number. Aw, yes. And you know, you try to call and you pick up the phone and there's someone on the line already. I have to call my friend, hung up. Oh yeah, turning the wheel, that was so satisfying. I had a wall phone with the 15 feet cord. So you know what I'm talking about. Messing with the coil cord while talking on the phone. And it would always get so weirdly tangled that you're like, how did you manage to get all these knots in yourself? Color ID was amazing. Oh yeah. It also led to a wave of the phone rings and you're like, oh, it's your friend. And you don't pick up. My grandma still wonders how we know it was her calling. Aww. My dad used to let me untangle the long phone cord. That was the best. There was phone furniture here. I have a phone table still, but I'm trying to find a way to get rid of it. Not that it's not a lovely item, it's just that we have limited space and we don't use it. But yeah, you have a seat and there was a small table and there was a small space under the table, depending on what kind of phone setup you had. My husband remembers my house line number from when we were in 5th grade. Oh, what? Ah, that's so cute. If same area code, we didn't need to use it before. Yeah, it's been like that, like it is now for a while. So I guess we're all used to it. But yeah, you would just have to dial the 7 numbers of someone's phone number, and it would reach them. Well, 911 on the rotary phone was not too bad because at least the 1 was like a brief turn, but the 9 you had to start like at the bottom and go then it goes back and then you have to dial the 1. It's definitely not as efficient as now. So weird to me that I used to memorize phone number. Yeah, definitely. I still know a few by heart, but yeah. It'd be like, exactly. The 9 is like super long. And then at least one is like quick to do, but yeah. And you had to wait until the wheel would go completely back to its original position. You could not like speed rotate the thingy. I don't even know how rotary phones work. Ah, you kids. Now, basically the I think I remember it right enough because I've used it for. You had usually the wheel had like there was a space on the wheel that was a kind of an indent. It looks like a donut with a bite. Donut. But basically you had like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's say 0, I think. Or I don't remember exactly where they were. Maybe the wheel was a bit more rotated like this. Anyway, and if this was 1, you would put your finger in it and crank it, and then it would go back. But if it was 9, you had to start from like really far and go all the way around, and then the wheel would go back. The disc went back pretty fast. It was fast, but not as fast as a touch phone now, because you just go 911. There you go. But 9 1 1, you know. When I visited my grandmother like 10 years ago, I called a friend and suddenly heard other people having a talk. Yeah, that used to happen too. I remember that. I remember catching my baby brother on the phone. Like, he was literally a baby, could barely walk, but he managed to call 112. 0 what at 6 o'clock on the phone. Okay, hold on. This is important stuff. Okay, so 0 is here. Whoop. So it goes 9, like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here there was like a nothing. Nine is at around 3 o'clock. Oh, does it go the other way around? Have I been putting them wrong? Oh man, anyway. It's been a while. Yeah, we didn't keep rotary phones all that long, even at my like grandparents, because one of my grandparents had difficulty seeing, so he needed a phone that would tell him the numbers, and my other grandparents had difficulty hearing, so she would also need something that would be quite obvious and not a rotary phone. Had a phone that didn't even have a rotary. You had to click the thing that hangs up the phone. It was awful. We just used it. Like, you have to go click, 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 click. It goes clockwise. Okay, so I did anyway. Clockwise, so that way. So 9 would be here. 0 would be here. Anyway, it's been a while. Maybe you can get a sidekick doing side effects. Oh no. We are quite fond on making silly noises around here, so I often make sound effects. I think I will end this live stream soon. I want to wait until this is completely dry, both of them, before I paint over it. And I don't want to rush it too much. So yeah, I don't really have much else planned for today unless you guys have questions. The dial turns clockwise but the number run counterclockwise. So I did it fine. Dude, I don't know. Hold on, I have my phone. No. Let's Google it. Rotary phone. That's another thing. Like, even today I'm not used to having my phone handy that I can check just about anything on it. Oh yeah, the letters. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically what I remember it being, pretty much. You had the thingy here that would block it, and 0 for operator, and then 987654321. So when you had 911 to call, you would put your finger in a 9 and go all the way until you reach the metal bar here, kind of the stopper. Then you let go and the wheel goes back into location, and then you one click, and that's it. So like if your friend had a phone number that was like 8989898, then you have to go a lot of turns to do and a lot of waiting for the wheel to come back. This one is a great color too. Like nicely yellowed. Oh. Alright, so unless there's anything else, I will close this here. I'm a bit sweaty too, so it's not gonna be too difficult, too painful for me to go back to the rest of the apartment that's a bit cooler. Yes, if you're not on the Discord already, we have set up a Discord server with a bunch of channels to keep on chatting during the week and have a great time, and we talk about a bunch of stuff there. So it's super fun and super interesting, and Discord is free and it's easy to set up. So if you're not on there already, feel free to check it out. The link is in the description. And also in the description you will find links to other things like Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, all that. These are Patreon rewards. If I decide to keep them, I'm happy with this one. I don't know about this one. It doesn't really look like a fox much, so I'll have to see after I painted it. But if I'm not happy, I will have to redraw it. But yeah, I have these as a reward, and yeah. I also have a Ko-fi account, and interestingly enough, Ko-fi has set up kind of a shop space that is pretty interesting and kind of like coffee. I wish it would take up like bust Patreon out, because Patreon are a bit weird. But either way, there's a bunch of links in the description. If you're curious, you can hop on the Discord if you want, chat with us, have fun. Though I'm pretty sure everyone in here is already on the Discord, so I'm preaching to the choir. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and that it won't be too warm for you, and that you hopefully have a great time. And we will see each other next week. So bye bye.